defend it or criticize it either way. It's 1 and 2. 1 and 2. That's all he's done so far.
Yes.
That's all that matters to me is 1 and 2. And I see great potential because I love the young man. But I also would love it if he went Brady-esque because that's how you win Super Bowls with an S on it.
Here we
Tom
go.
Brady last
Here
year
we
made
go.
a grand total of $23 million. That was by far
Yep.
the most he's ever made in 20 years.
Okay.
And guess what? He's played in 9 Super Bowls and won 6 of them.
Yes.
Why was that? What's a huge reason for that? Because he kept taking way under market. Way. This is the blue-blooded blueprint for how you win Super Bowls is for the best quarterback in football to say,
Oh, Lord.
I'll just take
Lordy,
about
Lordy.
half of the going rate.
But here's the thing, Skip. You
Skip?
say that like Brady took this with assurances and the guarantees he's going to win Super Bowls. So Dak doesn't take. Dak gives you a discount. If they don't win Super Bowls, are you going to give me the money back that I could have made in this contract? A simple yes or a simple
So,
no?
no. There you
Does he
go.
not believe in himself?
Hold on.
He
You
says they're going to win Super Bowls.
You just told me
Hey,
that football is the ultimate team game.
Don't give me words. Give me action. Say, I will take less. And they're not, Emmitt didn't advocate taking way less, like half what he should
He
say.
said for 35, he said take 30 from 35 to 28.
Okay? And guess what he's making off the field? I can't do it exactly because they don't divulge, but Adam Schefter reported that he makes a grand total of $50 million, including an insurance policy.
$50 million.
Most of
Wow.
the
But
$50 million.
the $50 million is if he got hurt, Skip. So you
Okay,
can't
but
count
it's
that.
not. No, but most of it is from the endorsement deals.
Yes.
So he's making lots of. Why do you think Dak Prescott has been so adamant and dug in about holding out? It's because he's making a ton of money already. You think he needs the money? He does not need the money.
Skip.
Let's just
Skip.
say for the sake of argument, Dak was Andy Dalton, and he was playing terrible, and hadn't gone to the playoffs, and hadn't won a playoff game. Do you think he'd have all these national spots? Because where was Quincy Carter's national spot?
You got it right,
Well,
Derek
they haven't
Young.
been that great under Dak.
But here,
I mean,
what you
1
think?
and 2 in the playoffs. If you're the quarterback of America's team, it is cachet.
What was
It's automatic.
What was Tony Romo? What was Tony Romo's record? I didn't hear Emmitt. I didn't hear Michael Irvin says Tony Romo should take a discount. Jerry Jones made him the highest paid player in the NFL. Why was that?
You know why?
No.
I can tell you why. Because Emmitt and Michael are sitting back saying, he gave Tony that much?
No.
Yeah.
What was Tony's playoff
Yep.
record? Help me out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
got 55 guaranteed 108. So this is what I want them to do. Like they were sitting around like, whoo, I can't believe he gave. Keep your mouth shut. Stop pocket watching. Because Michael Irvin at one point in time was the highest paid receiver. At one point in time, Emmitt Smith was the highest paid running back. They didn't worry about the core.
Hey, just stop it with the pocket watching. We all pocket
No,
watch.
I ain't watching.
This whole show is built on pocket watching.
but-
Every topic we're topic watching.
no.
Are you saying you shouldn't topic watch? Well, then we can't talk about contracts anymore.
Skip. You and I. But I'm talking about as a player. Skip, I'm never going to say, do I think there are some guys that probably shouldn't make as much as they do? But what does the market bear?
What do Emmitt and Michael know that you know? They know what it feels like to win multiple Super Bowls. So they're
Multiple
stepping
Super
back
Bowls.
from this situation and saying, time out. You make X million, maybe 30 or 40 million off the field, and that's ongoing. These are multi-year contracts, according to Adam Schefter.
Not guaranteed.
Not guaranteed.
Because the reason why they want to do it like this here, Jenny, the owners didn't want to be on the hook. If I gave you $100 million fully guaranteed and you got an injury that you couldn't play, I don't want to be on the hook for another $60 million. So
Wait a second. You just interrupted my point, which is guaranteed off the field, injured or no injured. You've got multi-year contracts with endorsement sponsors.
Skip, you know they're going to dry. Skip, they're going to dry up.
Well, I don't think so anytime soon. Why would they dry up? Maybe when he's 40.
Okay, let me ask you this. I mean, Joe Montana used to have national spots. How many national spots you seen Joe in?
Did he play for America's team?
The man won 4 Super Bowls. He's the greatest quarterback.
He has had a bunch of national
wait.
TV spots. A bunch.
Had a bunch.
He's been retired since, what was it, 80?
No. He retired in 95.
95? Okay, but it seemed like he was done about 91, right?
No, you can't.
Started to slide into the
Skip.
sunset.
We got to stop this notion that if you don't, how has a billionaire been able to convince a millionaire that you need to give me a discount in order for us to be successful?
Because there's this thing called the salary cap. Wait a second. If you want to quit this job and go run the NFL Players Association and go fight those owners and get it cap-free, make it baseball, then you got a point. You don't have a point.
You told me Jerry is a businessman.
Man, sit your ass down. Good Lord, good Lord. Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboys.
But winners worry about winning, and losers worry about winners.
I done messed that up and I made a mistake here tonight. You know, one thing that is difficult for me is when I get off my game, I mess up. But looks like we are already open for business, and it looks like the football gods are already awake. So I got this new camera, this new Mevo, and I did a video about an hour ago, and it's like, oh my God, this stuff is not, it's nice. It is really, really nice. I absolutely positively love it. It is freaking incredible. It is the bomb.
Chris Miller, thank you very much for the super chat.
And no, come on, man. See, it's gonna be one of them nights. It's gonna be one of them nights. Hold on. Time out for 1 second. You know, here we are at Broke Ass Studios. I got to reboot the other computer. Hold on. It's Broke Ass Studios. Just relax for a second. Damn. Broke Ass Studios in effect. I apologize for that, guys. Been sitting here all evening long. I thought I had this stuff down. I got this new camera. If you saw my last video that I put up, man, that thing, it is crystal clear. There's no more fish eye. No more fish eye and stuff with this new camera. It looks incredible. And it's literally out. I got it a month and a half before it actually goes on the market, and I'm learning how to do it without like a manual and things. They actually let me test it, beta testing and all that, and I just had it working into my live stream studio and stuff, but for some reason it just stopped connecting, and it's just thrown me because I literally came home. I got home about 5:30, and I've been working on this thing the whole freaking time. And I have not even eaten all day. Only thing I've had is freaking coffee, and probably be good for my diet and stuff. And now the other computer needs to be rebooted. But I have to thank you guys because of your support, because of you guys being here, helping out and all that, we've been able to go ahead and upgrade equipment where we'll continue to get this other computer over here squared away. But there is always so much drama with our Cowboys. Why is it always this way? Why do we continue to have to be this way year after year after? I just don't understand it. It would be nice if just once in a while, if we didn't have to deal with a whole bunch of shit. Last year, it was Zeke Elliott and his contract, D-Law and everything else. We got everybody in the world trashing our quarterback. They're telling you he's no good. You know, and I got to be honest, you can't think that this is making a good relationship with your quarterback. Your quarterback who's got a new guy in here to coach him, okay? We got a new coach, brand new coach to coach Dak. And now we sitting here dealing with bullshit. Sorry, we're dealing with bullshit. We aren't having him here. We might have him hold out. We you know, he's done everything you done asked, but he's still getting rung through the garbage. And you know what's amazing? No matter what you say about Dak Prescott, they always have an answer for you. I was talking about how ESPN and those guys always seem to have a new narrative that Dak Prescott, you know, is bad. They make up new things to talk about when it comes to Dak Prescott. That Dak Prescott, he's just a bum. You know, they used to have the dink and dunk. Remember? Dink and dunk? After he started passing over Dink and Duncan, they don't use that term anymore. Before it was, yeah, he's got a lot of numbers and all that and wins and things, but he can't get the ball down the field. You remember that? Right? So then he starts throwing, oh, well, it's all about wins. He was only, 1 of 6 or 2 of 6 against winning teams this year. He can't win against winning teams. Dak Prescott, he stinks. Well, shout out to Boss Cowboy. Boss Cowboy was actually supposed to be on tonight, but he's going to be on Vosh's show. He's actually come up with an off-season guide. We're going to do a book review with him. When I do get him on here, we'll probably try and do a live stream with him, or we'll just do a video together. But Boss Cowboy, that's my man. He's done some research, okay? He has looked into this thing too, because they always have a thing that they knock my quarterback down with, because, they kept saying, well, he couldn't win against winning teams last year. He stinks. Remember, right? Well, here's the thing. In his career, okay, current quarterback winning records against winning teams, okay? Dak Prescott is right at 500. He's 11-11. I know what you're saying. Well, he doesn't have a winning record against winning teams. Come on, man. That still stinks. He's sorry. He sucks. He don't deserve money. But you see it, 11-11, right? Let me blow it up a little more. Bam. Okay? Can you see that? Dak Prescott, 11-11 at 500. See, Dak Prescott, everybody always says, what's up, my Cowboys family? Jillian Smith, Big Pain. Oh, hey, how you do? Hey, there's an Eagle fan right there. Because people keep saying, I love these comments. Dak Prescott, he can't carry Carson Wentz's jockstrap. Funny, Carson Wentz, 9-14.391 against winning teams. Here's the thing.
But winners worry about winning.
Man, I'm just messing. I'm hitting stuff tonight. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here leaning on stuff, and I'm just messing up all the way around. I tell you guys, man, when I get off my game, I get off my game. But here's the thing. Carson Wentz, because they keep saying Carson Wentz, he's head and shoulders, but he can do things that Dak Prescott can't. Okay, so we play basically the same teams. The only difference is if one of us wins the division, then they have a harder schedule. Right? Am I right? Am I right on that? Big Pain, am I right on that? Eli Manning, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Look at this one. 32-77.294. What? Case Keenum with the Redskins, 10-17. Still, at least is better than Eli. Alex Smith, polished passer. Alex Smith, 3.84. And McCown, 0.182. I know there'll be an answer. Well, the team that he had. Well, wait. The team that I'm sick of hearing this thing too, because I keep hearing people talking about putting the team on their back and willing them to win. And if that's the case, then explain to me Aaron Rodgers, the bad man, one of the best quarterbacks in the history of football. How come he hasn't been able to put his team on the back since what? What year was that they won the Super Bowl? What year was that? 11, 12? Dak trash. Now, you know what, dude? Hopkins, I don't know who you are. I know you in here trolling. I know you trolling. If Dak is trash, then Carson Wentz is a trash can full of some shit. How about that? Because Carson Wentz is 3-5 against Dak, head to head. And I know. Well, you know what? He got a Super Bowl ring though. But you know what? Meh. I'm not sure I'm really going to put that to him because I'm going to say this. Are you sure? Are you sure that you would have won the Super Bowl with Carson Wentz there? Because the next year when he came back, here's what's interesting. As we talk about, Dak can't beat winning teams. Carson Wentz was 5-6. You wouldn't have won that division had he played those last 3 games. Nick Foles came in, who was a system quarterback, who ran that team better than what you did, came in and won those games. So don't give me this thing that, Carson, he had him on cruise control. Oh, okay. We've seen a lot of guys play great in the regular season and then can't bust a grape. Can't bust a grape when it comes to playoffs. And as far as playoffs, he did have a playoff game or quarter or half a quarter. And he bumped his head and couldn't go through. What's up, Raymond? How you doing? Suffering Dallas fan, man, I'm right there with you. Connecticut Cowboy, how you doing? Tommy Looper, what's going on? I'm just still trying to see. The thing that bothers me is this. Whoa, big pain. Come on, now, you know what? Now listen here, big pain. I'm gonna have to do this one more time for you guys. Today, I got upset today. I lost my cool because I can't remember something detective who didn't do his homework. He needs to have his license revoked. He came in here and said, stop starting crap because the Dallas Cowboys in 2014 had 18 turnovers, one less than they had this year. You just start to stir up stuff that's not there. And I was like, wait, buddy. It's like, hold on. When you come into Joe Boo's man cave, and I'm in here in my man cave, okay? This is the people's house, okay? I don't care if you're a Cowboy fan or if you're an Eagle fan or if you are, a different type of fan, okay? Just follow the rules and we're going to be okay, okay? So if you step on dog crap, don't bring that dog crap in here. And when you come in here, don't come in here with bullshit. Okay? Come in with facts. Don't come in with some, innuendos, made up stuff and bull crap and all that. Because for you to say that Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz have the same statistics is a lie. It's a lie. They don't have the same statistics. Now, I will give you this much. They have the exact same number of touchdown passes, 97, which is a fact. And Carson Wentz did it in 9 less games. I'll give you that, okay? So you can infer that, he's had a higher TD rate. Okay, I'll give you that. No, see, you can't cherry pick, buddy. Big pain. You cannot cherry pick. Because, see, that's the crap they do on ESPN. I remember last year they were talking about, Carson Wentz has the best numbers in football if you throw out his rookie season. Wait. Why are we throwing out the rookie season? Why are we picking this? 13 games he was an MVP. Listen, you missed the point. Yeah, you made it for 13 games. How about you make it through the whole season? So, if you're going to go ahead and do that one, I'll give you that. 97. He did it in less games. But you know what's amazing there, my man? Dak has 1 more interception than Carson Wentz in 9 more games. So you can give him more touchdown passes in less games. But you can also look at that and say he actually has a worse interception rate. And on top of that, wait, here. Because you're talking, let's just talk about this year's statistics. How is it fumbles and INTs, Dak had more? Mickey. Take those shoes off. Get out my man cave. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was second in the NFL this year in fumbles behind Danny Dimes. One behind Danny Dimes. Carson Wentz has more fumbles and interceptions. Look, you know what? You're going to make me lose my... Let's go through. You know what? Because, see, you're calling me a liar. You're calling me a liar. And I cannot stay... Listen, I understand the Hulk. You don't like me when I'm angry. But let me go through here. Dak Prescott. Stats. Let's go to Pro Football Reference here, okay? Let's look at the career numbers. Okay. Let me flip up on the camera here. Bam. Okay. You see that? That's 97 interceptions. Excuse me, touchdowns. 136 sacks. Rating, fumbles I think are down further. Playoff passing, playoff rushing and receiving. Where are the fumbles? Receiving, total yards. Damn. Rushing, TDs, long, targets. Damn. Oh, fumbles. There we go. Right here. A little bit further. 31. Okay. 31. Okay, let's do the math because I want to make sure we get this right. Dak Prescott, 31 fumbles. 31. Okay. Let's go back up here to the number of interceptions. I believe it is 36. Passing. Where we go? TDs, interceptions, 36. 36. Okay. Let's do Carson Wentz. Okay. Carson Wentz stats. Carson Wentz stats. Pro Football Reference. I guess we're going to say I'm manipulating the stats, right? Okay, so again, interceptions, Carson Wentz, 35. One less than Dak Prescott. Let's go down. Let's go on down. Rushing and receiving. And I need Q over here. Oh, my goodness. 48 fumbles? Wait a minute. 48. Okay, so you guys don't know how nice you have it because, see, we couldn't use calculators in school. But let's pull up the calculator. So 31 plus 36 equals 67. 67 turnovers for Dak Prescott. We're going to clear that. 48 plus 35. That equals 83. So, my man, last time I checked, 83 is more than 67. So, in 9 less games, Carson Wentz had 16 more turnovers. 16! How's that work?
Brian SoCal, thank you very much for that super chat.
King James, he had 9 games less than Dak Prescott. Because you know why? See, my quarterback, he's played 64 games. 64 games he's played. Your quarterback played 9 games less, but has 6. I'm going to make sure we're going to do a video about that. 16 more fumbles. Incorrect. Mike Mickey, how's that incorrect? Look, are you saying pro? Look, wait. Do you look? Let me blow it up. Fumbles, 48. Change cameras on it. Fumbles, 48. How is that incorrect? You saying I manipulated it? I manipulated it. Yeah, but see, Danny, yeah, that's great. Danny, that is great that he is not throwing interceptions, but he's making up for it for fumbles. So here's the thing. So wait, hold it. I want you to stop right there. See, this is I have to go ahead and put this correctly because when I was talking to somebody, he said, you know what the thing about statistics are. Because you got statistics are mean, median, mode, and modulation. You can prove it. You can manipulate the statistics any way you want. Okay, I can give you that. Okay, so you can say that, you know what, he's got the lowest interception rate in history, and I agree. 35 interceptions in 4 years. That's good. 48 fumbles. 48 fumbles in 4 years is pathetic. It's putrid. But see, the 4-letter words, talking heads, they don't tell you guys that. They don't say that he's a turnover machine as far as fumbles go. That's no, you can't honestly tell me that a good quarterback turns the football over that much. 83 turnovers in less than 4 seasons. Oh, here we go. But how many were recovered? Come on, man. Come on, man. Seriously? A fumble is a fumble. You put the ball on the turf. You did not handle the ball. How many were recovered? You ought to get a job for ESPN. Because that's the kind of stuff to do. Because, see, when your quarterback, he doesn't have anybody to throw to. He don't have anybody. What is Zach Ertz? What is Zach Ertz? What is Dallas Gebhart? Are they chopped liver? Because, see, you guys, when we had Allen Hurns, Terrence Williams, Bryce Butler, and Cole Beasley, and an old-ass Jason Witten. Was that some outstanding weapons? Because I keep hearing that, Tom Brady don't have no weapons things. And see, if guys had weapons like, Dak Prescott had, what does Matty Ice have down in Atlanta? What does he got? He ain't got no weapons? He ain't got nobody? We got people that say, get Matthew Stafford, man. Matthew Stafford, he can sling the ball. You know what? They're over the last 4 years, their numbers are almost exactly the same. But I know you guys will say, well, he don't have any weapons. And this whole thing, fumble is a fumble. Thank you, Ryan Kirk.
Ryan Kirk, thank you very much, because you are 100% right.
Talk about this year. A big pain. I am talking about this year. Look at this. This year. 16 fumbles this year. There's only one other player that had more fumbles this year, and he was a rookie in Danny Dimes, who needed to get a loan to get 10 cents. 16 fumbles this year. Oh, okay. You know what? I tell you what. You know what? See, because let's work on your quarterback. Let's work on your guy here, because I'm tired of hearing everybody busting on my guy. Okay? Because here's what's amazing to me. Let's go down the list here. Let's just look at this. Because you guys swear, and I'm happy that you got your guy. And I'm happy that he's going to be on the field as much as possible. Because I got to be honest with you, y'all really seem better with Nick Foles in the fold. Because I look at this, how is this last year? I'm sorry, his yardage is good. But look at this. TD percentage 3 years ago, 7.5, 5.2, 4.4. Damn. Interception stayed stable, which is good, because he played more games, because he did make it through more. But I'm sitting here looking at this. Well, pull it over a little further. Bam. Yard average. A peak of 8.3 to 7.9 to 7. His yardage is going downhill, isn't it? Isn't that going downhill? Isn't that dink and dunk territory? Isn't that dink and dunk territory? Because, see, all those things that they said about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, he regressed. He regressed his sophomore year. Since that time, this is what Dak did since that time, right? Since that time, Dak Prescott, he ballooned up on his yardage, right? He ballooned up on his touchdowns. He ballooned up on his TD percentage. His interceptions went up a couple, but he's challenged the ball downfield. he went way up in his yards downfield. And I'm looking at this 7.6 versus 7.1. So my guy is going down the field a half a yard further in his career. This is with him playing like crap this year, where they said that he's going to be flipping burgers in 2 years. So tell me again how it is that your guy who can't make it through a playoff game, who's been injured 3 years in a row, who has got a losing record to Dak Prescott, because I know a lot of you guys say, well, you know, it's all about the wins. Okay, well, even though you may have a better team and the quarterback doesn't have to do as much, but if it's all wins, then how come he's lost ever to Dak Prescott? Because all y'all hold on to is that one victory here at the end of the season. Well, guess what? We did the same thing to you guys last year. You guys were the Super Bowl defending champions, and we beat you twice. But see, the talking heads don't you know, they put this in microcosm that, you know, that they don't give Dak, you know, he was injured. Your guy gets injured, and they say, oh, he was so brave for not to going back out there after he bumped his head. That's some bullshit. Come on, man. Come on.
The Eagles beat us twice. If you count his rookie year.
They got 3 wins. 3-5 is what the record is. 3-5.
What's his name? The other one, Big Cole.
And George, and see, that's where I had a disagreement with Detective whoever. Detective Clueless is what it really should be, because he was like, oh, you know, we had same turnovers we had in 2014. It's like, no, brother. I remember 2014 like it was yesterday, because they were second in the NFL in taking the football. I have quoted and said, since 2014, the Dallas Cowboys haven't been able to take away the ball. It's like, what happened? I don't understand what happened, because in 2014 we took the ball away. But then for you to come back and say, oh no, man, you're just making shit up. What? No, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Now here's the crazy thing. This is how you know that the shows are nothing. Gary, your predictions are always wrong. Facts, George. How you doing, Robbie? Kevin? Wentz actually made... Yes, Mickey. He actually made the playoffs for the first time and got hurt. My quarterback's made it twice and at least won a game. And even in one of the ones that he lost, you know what's amazing? My Cowboys went down 21-3 against the bad man Aaron Rodgers. And my quarterback came back and threw 3 TD passes. Took them down the field to take the lead. And had our defense been able to hold Aaron Rodgers for one play, we would have gotten that win. Can you say that your quarterback did that? Can you say that? Big Pain. Okay. Watch the words, Big Pain. Okay. Cowboys scum. Come on. Listen, we're having discussion. Okay. Now, moderators, I don't want you just, put people on timeout. I don't want you blocking people and all that. But listen, you don't need to come in here calling people scum. We're having a conversation. I haven't called you anything. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Big Pain. Garbage time Dak. Oh, I love that. Okay. Well, considering my quarterback got about 1,000 yards more than yours, I'm okay with saying some of that might have been a little bit garbage time. But he still threw a whole lot more yardage than your guy did. So when I look at my quarterback that's got 15,778 yards, by the way, if we talk about the history of the NFL, if you say garbage yards or not, and this is another one of those words that they come up with to talk trash about my guy, there's only been 2 quarterbacks that have thrown more yards in the first 2 years. First 4 years. Can you believe that? Dan Marino and Peyton Manning. My guy is third on the list. I don't care how you get a yard in the NFL. Every one of them is hard. And if it was just so easy for anybody to get yardage and stuff, how come everybody else who's better than him didn't do better than that? Huh? It's the same argument every live stream. I'm just saying. Listen, I wasn't going here. I was actually going to talk about some other stuff because I was going to go through with Emmitt Smith. But see, we get Eagle fans in here that are delusional. They talk about how great Carson Wentz is, and yet he averaged 7.7 yards a pass this year. Okay, and fumbled the damn ball. And it's not like he didn't have a good offensive line. His offensive line was rated higher. Yeah, but see here, John. Here's the thing. You're right. Jameis Winston threw for 5,000 yards. But you know what Jameis Winston didn't do? Protect the football. He threw 7 pick sixes along with 30 interceptions. That's kind of like Carson Wentz with the 18 fumbles. Or 16 fumbles. Because understand, this is what you got to seem to understand. Turnovers are how you win. That's hidden yardage. That's game changers. Eastwood. He's made the playoffs 2 years out of 4. And hasn't had a losing season yet. Did Aaron Rodgers make the playoffs last year? Did Aaron Rodgers make the playoffs last year? Did Aaron Rodgers have a winning season last year? But not this past one. Because I believe he was 6-9-1. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? I do believe the year that you won the Super Bowl, the year before, you were 4-12. Am I wrong on that? And in the basement. Weren't you in the basement? Because, see, that's what actually happens. You can look at San Francisco last year. Where was San Francisco last year? In the basement. And it came all the way to the top. That's what usually happens because you have a lot of things going for you. How you doing, Mandy? From San Antonio. What happens is it's the natural progression. The NFL doesn't want to have New England's. They want new blood in there so that way you get other people happy. The best thing, I tell you what, it was an incredible Super Bowl to be there this year without frickin' New England, to see Kansas City there, to see San Francisco, to see some new blood. That's why, how you doing, Angel, from Vegas? You about to see the black hole coming out there, so watch out. It's made. Wait. Hold. If your guys are so good, how come they're not winning the division every year? See, this is the thing that you don't seem to understand. Ain't nobody repeated in our division since 2003 and 2004. Every year it's somebody different. There's a natural turnover. Playmaker 74. Why is it that Dak Prescott is the only guy? Because you know who could take a team discount? As they say, well, Carson Wentz doesn't have any weapons. Because here's the difference. This is literally what blows me away. I want you to think about last year at this time, the team with the least amount of cap room was the Philadelphia Eagles. They were $25 million in the red. $25 million in the red. $25 million in the red. Where are we right now this year? $77 million. Do you know how to do that math? I know some of you aren't real good with math. But you're talking about $102 million difference between where we are now than where the Eagles were this time last year. $100 million. We got 77. They had minus 25. But guess what? When they were looking at that for the team, they didn't say, Carson, you guys just won the Super Bowl. you ought to leave a little money on the table so that way you can get some more wide receivers, so you can get some defensive backs. You know, you got a ring, and you didn't have to play those last 6 games to get it. You got a ring, so how about you leave a little bit of money on the table because you've already missed 9 games. How about you do that so that way we can take and keep this team here? You know, you're good. Why don't you take $28 million? You see, we don't have any money. You see, we're going to have to. You see, we're going to have to let some people go or restructure some contracts to get you paid. Why don't you take a team-friendly deal? Did they say that? Did anybody say that? That makes sense. I look at Kansas City right now. Ain't nobody said, hey, Pat Mahomes, dude, you are a Super Bowl MVP. You're going to Disney World. You're going to get extra endorsements. You got a team there that hasn't been there in 50 years. We only have $13 million of cap space. How about you take a little bit less since you're already going to get paid from all this other stuff, right? Because we don't have, listen, we're going to have to gut the team to pay you. But playmaker, what does your part-time job have to do with anything else? Playmaker, do you have 2 jobs? Do you have 2 jobs? I got a couple of jobs. I do my as a general contractor doing work at other people's house. I come home and I work in my workshop and I do stuff in there. And I do YouTube. So if I'm making money on YouTube, when I go to somebody else's house, they say, hey, man, you know, you don't charge me a whole lot of money because you got a part-time job that's paying you a lot of money. Say what? What? What does that got to do with this job? I'm coming to your house to do a job for you. This is the going rate. Why am I supposed to take a discount? I don't care if I got $2 million in the bank. I'm a general contractor, and if you're going to get somebody else to come in here and do it, they're going to charge you too. Because I got a certain set of skills that are valuable.
They'll probably charge you less, but it won't be quality.
Why should I take less money from you if I go ahead and leave? I can get paid more from somebody else. Why is it everybody feels that you are supposed to take less money than everybody else? Because Carson Wentz could take less money and help his team out, right? But he didn't. Jared Goff, you could definitely go to him and say, Jared, hey, man, hey, dude, you had 3 points in the Super Bowl. 3 points. And it wasn't like we got, I mean, the other team only scored, 14? 17? You got 3 points. Listen, we're trying to build a team. We didn't had to give away our 2 first-round picks, right? We got Jalen Ramsey so we can get some help on the defense. We got to pay him too. How about you leave some on the table? Did he do that? Did I miss that?
Player associations don't want you to do all that.
You know what? This is how you know. This is how you know that the shows are BS. Because I'm going to put this on here because I couldn't believe this one today myself.
A few hours ago, talking about Emmitt Smith, who I don't know where he got the moxie and the gall and the nerve to say that Dak Prescott should consider taking less money, a hometown discount, and especially for a guy who held out in order to get paid by the Cowboys. He's got some nerve. Listen to what he had to say about Dak Prescott.
Dak has to understand and maybe take another perspective. The perspective may not be all the money that you get. It may be how much of the money you're willing to leave on the table because the Cowboys is a marketable organization.
And so if you got all that extra money, that's
so
not,
if you are the face of the franchise, would it not, instead of taking 35, would you take 28 and leave some for Amari and pick up the other 35 through endorsements?
What?
Thank you.
Stop
That's right.
it, Emmett. What are you talking about? That's not Dak Prescott's problem. They have a general manager, they have a capologist, they have an owner. Let them figure it out. I'm not giving you no hometown discount. What's Tom Brady belly aching right now about? Oh, for 20 years he took less. He never got paid to be the superstar
how'd
quarterback.
that work out?
And hey, Tom Brady should have.
He's the GOAT. That's
No,
how
he ain't the GOAT. He ain't the GOAT when it comes to letting his other teammates down
He's
and
still
players.
filthy rich.
Tom Brady made a mistake and he knows it.
Really?
You're giving these
He
owners
don't know it.
a
Stop
discount for what?
Stop it.
You know I'm right.
You ain't right. The only thing-
And
only
Emmitt
thing-
Smith has some nerve to tell somebody else, mess with another man's money. Worry about your own damn money and not Dak Prescott. I don't care that you play for the Cowboys. I don't. You shouldn't. That guy's money should not be in your mouth to tell another man to take less money.
Oh,
How
Lord.
dare you?
The only thing you're right about is that Emmitt Smith isn't the proper messenger because he himself held out for every last dollar. He held out for as much money as he could get. He sat out the first 2 games. They lost him, and he comes back with a new deal.
And that's the
they
only
go on
way
to
he
win
got the
Super
deal.
Bowl.
You know it because they lost the
Right.
first 2.
So in that regard, and again, talking about another man's money, I'll agree with you on that too. But I'll just say in theory, not in necessarily just to Dak Prescott, but just in general, I have no problem. Now, the discount he's talking about is a little steep, is a lot of steep,
That's a
35 to 28. That's steep. That makes me think that Jerry Jones got you on strings and you're the puppet, okay? However, I do agree with the sentiment, and I got no problem with a player taking as much money as he can get. But I also have no problem with a player taking a little bit less so that he can keep some of his other top flight teammates and have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl. And to say it's not my problem, it's the owners are mega rich, they making way more money than us. Yeah, you're right in general, but in the real situation, you can't say that because it's a salary cap. Now, if the bigger issue is we're gonna fight in the next collective bargaining and we want to erase the salary cap or get it really spiked up to a higher level, that's a different argument, and I'd be fully with you.
Yeah, but Chris,
But I got no problem with if that.
Okay, so enough of that. But here's the thing. You're talking about Rob Parker, who's been saying, should Dak Prescott get paid? No way, no how, and this other bull crap. So for him to turn around now and to say, how's Emmitt Smith? It's like, okay, you see exactly what's here. We always have people on the opposite end of the spectrum, making their arguments and everything else, and that's where he's always been. And maybe this was a bone they tossed to him because they always make him look like the jackass idiot. He's always the one. Half the time, why delete my comments, Mark? It's not. I didn't delete your comments. Did you go after somebody? Did you come in and say some? Did you come in here stepping in some dog shit? That's my question. Okay? Did you come? Because, if you did, wipe your feet before you come in. Have some coof. We have some young people that are in here. We got some lovely ladies that are in here. We don't need to just defecate all over the place, okay? Be civil. Right, Greg, he made $4 million in 4 years. So it's time to pay the guy. It's past time to pay the guy. But in other news that, of course, has got everybody talking and excited was this.
Is there any team you're looking at like, man, I'd be good in that system or that system?
If you're saying to me if I could choose what team I want to play on, as far as my favorite team growing up, then I'd probably tell you the Cowboys. But, I mean, they're so far down.
Bump Dak Prescott.
No, I'm not trying to bump them. I'll learn under them,
You'd be willing to learn, but the fans are just waiting to get you over because you're such a popular young man.
Thank you.
How would you handle a dynamic like that?
I mean, I'd handle it the way that the coaches there want to handle it. Honestly, I just want to be able to play again. I wouldn't mind learning under whatever guy that's the starter. Give me a whole year to rest up, and then go back out and compete. But, I just want to go back out and play.
Is there any?
So, of course, him saying that got everybody in their world going amped up. Oh, man, we need to trade up and get that guy. It's like, hold up. Time out. Hold up. He's staring at Miami Dolphins drafting him. You want to go to Miami? Although, I got to tell you, the weather in Miami was really nice this time of year. It was really, really nice. Of course, you want to be anywhere but Cincinnati or Miami. You want to go someplace where they're winning. You want to go someplace where football is king. Okay? And if you were a Cowboy fan growing up, you're going to say, man, hey, if I had my choice, I'd go to Dallas. Well, AP said some years back that he would love to go ahead and finish his career in Dallas. In fact, they just re-signed him with the Redskins. He ended up, I saw him at his charity event in Ashburn. I went into enemy territory, surrounded by Redskin people. I mean, we're talking about a mile from the Redskins training facility. And Lauren ended up ratting me out. She introduced me to AP and said, oh, this is Mark. He's a Cowboy fan. And I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm not trying to get killed up in here. But he had a gleam in his eye. And it was just like, oh, man, you know, I grew up a Cowboy fan. And he had that get out look, that teardrop, like, get me out of here because I don't like being here with the Redskins. Of course you'd want to be the Dallas Cowboys. Hell, does it help? Hey, look, I'd like to be playing for the Dallas Cowboys. Hey, I tell you, I'd like to be a writer for the Dallas Cowboys or a blogger. How about that? Does that mean that they're going to go ahead and say, oh, man, Mark Holmes wants to work for the Cowboys. Let's go get that guy. Because here's the thing. I think you're barking up the wrong tree. And it's funny how the Dallas Cowboys, only team they're talking about, they should trade up and get him. You don't think Tampa Bay should trade up and get him? Since Jameis Winston, who did throw for 5,000 yards, also, you know, had 40-something turnovers. That maybe they should look at doing that? You don't think the Colts maybe should look at maybe trading up and getting that guy? You don't think that the Chargers might think about trading up to get that guy? Teams that are in worse quarterback situations than us? Cowboys fans think they're right, but then hear facts and delete your comments. Well, you know what? I tell you what. I'll make it easy for you. You know what? I don't usually delete people. You know, you can just take your happy ass the hell out of here. How about that? Boom. How about that one? Because you don't have to be up in here. And I don't have to have you in here because this is my house. And you know what?
23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
How about that? King Kong ain't got shit on me. So, here's my thing. I know we all get excited that we all want the new kid and everything else and potential. But we've been down the road. First of all, let's think about this. We've been down the road before drafted players that have been injured. Sean Lee, Jalen Smith, Morris Claiborne. And as good as quarterbacks may look in college, there's no guarantee that that's going to translate to the pros. There's no guarantee. Generally speaking, you know how many times when there's been like the number one and number two quarterback drafted in the draft, how often one of them ends up being a bust? They don't pan out. For every Peyton Manning, there's 30 Ryan Leafs. And so when you actually have a guy who can do stuff, if you're talking about trying to get in anywhere close to get that guy, you're going to need to be in the top 5. You're at 17. To move up 12, 14 spots, you have to be giving up a king's ransom. I don't know that 3 number ones would get you there. Even if you did franchise tag Dak Prescott, let's say you did franchise tag Dak Prescott and were able to trade him to the Dolphins to get their pick. If you were able to do that. Trade Dak and probably your number one. Then, at best, he plays as good as Dak, but it probably will be a couple years later. Now you don't have that number one to put in and fill in one of your bigger needs. See, here's how you have to look at your team. You got to understand, I got money to pay 53 guys to be on my roster, although that might change with the CBA. I have to look at, if I'm going to change a player, where can I get the biggest bump up on my team? When I look at my team, I say, my defensive line, where we're losing a lot of guys, and some of them we need to lose, I can improve there. If maybe I don't give up 4.6 yards up the middle on every play. If I get an impact defensive lineman in the middle, that might give me enough pressure where I might get a few more takeaways. How about if I get a safety that can get more than 2 interceptions? A ball hawk and safety, as opposed to trading for a Tua. Which will be a bigger impact for the team? Getting Tua or getting a safety that gets 5 interceptions?
Tua's injury prone.
Thank you, Michael. Shout out to Michael Anthony.
You don't know about that hip.
Right. Same injury that Bo Jackson had. See, that's where you have to start here and look at this situation. You look at where you can improve. Bye-bye, Dak. Okay. Tua might fall for admitting he'd rather sit on the bench for a year. Okay. Prescott and Mahomes will be the quarterbacks of the decade. Foles said the same thing about Winston and Mariota. Well, again, yeah, Winston, number 1 and number 2 picks. And, you can't look at those and say that they're Hall of Famers because they're not. Look at the Baker Mayfield. Everybody's like, oh, Baker Mayfield. He's going to be great. He might come back. It might have just been sophomore slump. But I got to tell you, I'm not sure he has it upstairs. Remember when everybody said, let's get Johnny Manziel. Johnny's going to be great. Yeah. How would have that worked out for us? There's so many other places you can go that you can get an immediate impact. Okay? I'd look at this, or let's look at it this way. Think about the positions that you have somebody that's at least in the top 10. You definitely say, well, Zeke, he's in the top 10, although great running backs don't always win Super Bowls. In fact, there's only been 5 NFL rushing champs that have won Super Bowls. Emmitt Smith with 3 and Terrell Davis with 2. That's it. Since since Terrell Davis, ain't nobody been the leading rusher that's won the Super Bowl. Just saying. And the Cowboys paid that guy. But you look at it and say, okay, top 10 players. Emmitt Smith. Arguably, Dak Prescott. I'll put him in the top 10. Amari Cooper. I'll put him in the top 10 at wide receiver. Jalen Smith the year before, I might say, yeah, he was top 10. I'm not sure he was there. DeMarcus Lawrence the year before, I'd say, yeah, he's a top 10. He was top 10. I won't say he was quite there this year. Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, La'el Collins, I'll put them in the top 10. So if you got guys in the top 10 in their field, you want to keep those. The guys you want to replace are the ones that you say, they're not in the top 10 in the NFL. Jeff Heath. Shout out to Jeff Heath because Jeff Heath, he always makes plays. But you would want to look at upgrading that. Byron Jones, you might say is in the top 10, but he doesn't take the ball away. You look at your cornerbacks. Okay, maybe that's an area we might want to go ahead and try and get a ball hawk. Defensive line. You got D-Law and you got Robert Quinn. After that, you want to look and say, I need to get some better people there. At best, getting rid of Dak is a lateral move. Changing these guys makes an instant impact. And the thing I just don't know how many times I can say the same thing. Turnovers are the key to winning. As much as you think, if we get Tom Brady, we're going to do great. Tom Brady didn't really do. This was one of the worst years for Tom Brady in his career. But they had a defense that took the ball away 37 times. They had special teams that blocked 3 punts. Those are things that win games. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what else to tell you on that, guys. I can preach till I'm blue in the face. How you doing, Randy? Tiara, how are you doing? Melissa Hart, Roberto Garcia, how are you doing? Kevin Edwards, Big Pain, Jerry Jones is disrespectful. Well, the sad thing is they're going to pay Dak. They're going to pay him. But what's going to happen? They always end up paying him. The only guy they didn't pay was DeMarco Murray. But they always run you through the coals. They always make you look like you're greedy and, we're doing you a favor. If you don't perform, they'll be sure to cut you. So this whole thing of, you should take a discount for the team. Do you think, let me ask, okay, the only way I would have taken a discount for the team is if I knew if I had broke my leg that they would have still paid me. Because I don't think they would have. If your career was washed up, hey, man, appreciate the work. Nice that you stopped by. There ain't no guarantees in football. It don't matter because even with Emmitt Smith, hey, you got the rushing record, and you're not winning a Super Bowl. Bye-bye. Boy, bye. Randy Marsh, you want me to give your wife a shout-out so she thinks you're cool? What's your wife's name? No, what's your wife's name? No, seriously. Randy's wife, how you doing? Hi there. How you doing? How was that? Did that help? Don't mind your opinions as long as you keep it clean and personal attack. There you go. Thank you. Why you all time out, Brady? Oh, I don't know. I don't know why they timed him out. But listen, it ain't me timing them out. I'm the Mac tonight. Here's the thing, man. I'm trying to do some different things. I'm still upset that I couldn't get the other camera working the way I wanted to. But I'm working on trying to grow my beard out. Okay, I guess they're gonna call me gray beard because it is definitely getting gray up in here. But I kind of like this feel.
Trying to get like Dak Prescott.
Actually, I was thinking of Kill Bill. You guys remember the movie Kill Bill? There was the the sword master and stuff who was training him. Every time he had that long beard, and he just kind of brush it like that. John, I don't know who you are, but we're not talking about the Federal Reserve, man. This is a sports channel. Hey, Mark, you have a question for me. What's the question? 6 years, $214 million? Ooh, that's a lot. You're so right, Eric. I'm so tired about Dak Prescott stats and about the team stats, Mark. Well, Cowboys game, here's the thing, though, man. The people say, man, I get tired of you talking about Dak Prescott. But you know what? Here's the thing. When you hear something so many times, you start to believe it. Because all these people do is regurgitate the same stuff over and over again. They keep saying that Carson Wentz is God. So, Did you guys see that? So, are we saying that this guy is head and shoulders better than my quarterback? I'm not saying that Dak don't fumble the ball or throw an interception from time to time. Okay, look, even Big Payne's laughing. Hey, you saw what I did there, right? You saw what I did there, right? Come on, you got to admit. You got to admit that was pretty good. That was pretty good. But seriously, it's going to be interesting to watch those two guys through the years. What you also need is you need two guys that are playing well against each other, okay? You know, you had Roger Staubach versus Terry Bradshaw and things like that. You know, you had Joe Montana. Well, Joe Montana really didn't have anybody that was going against him like that. But still, Joe Montana and, like I said, Joe Montana just dominated everything. But you understand what I'm saying. You need to have that guy, that rivalry in there, okay? You know, you had Roger and Joe Theismann and Sonny Jurgensen and all that. So I'm actually happy that they have that guy. But understand, we got a good quarterback who works his ass off, doesn't take it for granted, and is constantly working to get better. That's a rare thing to have. And to just go through and treat that guy like he was just garbage, it just bothers me. And the reason why I quote stats, the reason why I show clips and things of guys that are screwing up or other quarterbacks is to let you know that there is another side to what you're being sold. I mean, remember, there are quarterbacks that fumble the football. Well, here's the thing, Cowboys game. Here's what I need to do. I just need to play. Every time I hear a Eagle fan talk about, well, Carson Wentz is better than Dak Prescott and he beat him, I need to just play that clip. Just play that clip over. Let me just play that again because they have selective memory. They don't remember when their quarterback played like trash the first time we played during the season. But they'll say, oh, that game didn't count. Come on, man. Carson Wentz is a fumbling machine. And I feel your pain, though, too. I feel your pain when we talk about stats, but understand this. Listen. The Dallas Cowboys, we haven't done anything in a long time. I get that. But what you got to look at now is maybe we've gotten over the hump. Maybe we are headed in the right direction. Think about 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. Those 3 years, we were 8-8, 3 years in a row. We ended up having one respite where we were 12-4, and I know the catch no catch away from the NFC Championship game, but then having that 4-12 season. But think about what we've done since that time. Just think about since that time. The Dallas Cowboys have not done that bad. We got 2 division titles in 4 years. 13-3, 9-7, 10-6, 8-8. You're 19-6, 19-5 in your division. Your quarterback has been getting better each of the last 3 years. You've got some pieces. You finally moved on from a coach that I honestly don't know of anybody that's going to look and say that Jason Garrett was a genius. Okay? I can't honestly say that we're going to look and say that the coaching, we had top-tier coaching. We got better coaching now. We got a young team. We've turned over a roster. Let's just see where we go with this. And understand, not every quarterback wins the Super Bowl their first couple of years. Sometimes it takes a while to get there. Be thankful that we're not at the 8-8, 8-8, 8-8 stuff. That's all I'm trying to say. Now, it's getting close to be that time. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It is time to get your shots. Shout out to everybody who's become a channel member. I appreciate it. It's helping our channel and stuff grow. I appreciate anybody who's been buying the shot glass racks. Again, that helps us out too, because we're trying to update the equipment, get you better quality, and be able to cover things even better. But thank everybody who has gotten the shot, have become a channel member. If I haven't gotten your shot glass, what was three more went out today? Yeah, 3 more went out today. You'll probably get them by Monday or so. By Monday. If you haven't gotten yours, what?
Who got his rack? They'll probably get it on Monday.
The two walnut racks just went out today. You'll get them by Monday. So, Sean Henry, send me an email right now, cowboysmark94@gmail. Send me an email, and I'll make sure I write it up tonight. All right, here we go. Oh, damn. I done messed up my oh, damn. Okay. I done messed up the clip. I got to redo it. So, I'll give you a bonus. I'll tell you what. I messed up. I didn't load up the right clip. Damn. I got a lot of work to do this weekend. So, we'll give you this one for our shot. What about shirt? Joe is or actually, if you go to one of my videos on the front page, there's actually the site is right there. Teespring's Cowboy Joe Boo is where it is for t-shirts. Okay, so or you just email me. Email me at cowboysmark94@gmail. Okay, but the site is right there on like the videos and stuff. My TV is possessed. Okay, but shout out to all you great fans. Woo! Shout out to all you great fans that were up in here. I'll get this stuff squared away and figure out this other camera. I'm actually disappointed because I wanted to use it because it looks so good. But if you watched my video earlier today, I actually use that camera. It is night and day better than what the other one has. I just got to figure out how to get it back into the system. But guys, it's time for me to turn out the lights here because this party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.